now last speaker of this inaugural session. We have with us Dr. Shwetha Suresh. She's in the Innovation Officer in Swissnex, a Swiss Consulate General in Bangalore. So over to you, Dr. Shwetha.
Entero Mahanubahulu Antarike Vandanamu. And it's my privilege to be here and bring the voice of Switzerland to this August forum to share some thoughts on the future of education. And you might be wondering, what is a person who's coming from the Consulate of Switzerland have anything to offer in terms of innovation or education? And two things here. One, Switzerland has been globally ranked world number 1 by WIPO for 11 years in a row. So that's one part. And the other part is we are a consulate that don't do visas or administrative things. We are actually a consulate that's only focused on science and technology. And how we do that, we are 6 Swissnexes across the world that aim to connect the world's most innovative places in education, research, and innovation, and Switzerland. And the fact that we are in Bangalore and now also we have partnerships in Telangana tells you what Switzerland has been considering as their counterpart for a long time now. So our mission is essentially to connect these innovation ecosystems, advise on trends in education, research, innovation, promote higher education, and inspire new ideas. And in terms of inspiration, we have really identified what really would make sense as common themes for both India as well as Switzerland. And we came down to sustainability. Luckily, both the countries are very proactive as far as this topic is concerned, and we realize that climate change is happening now and we need to take urgent measures, right? Second is health. The reason why we are all able to sit here today and convene in person is because we've had a lot of advances there, and we need to do more going forward. And digital transformation, where India is a beacon and there is a lot to learn from. So why would one need, even when we focus on such topics, I think a why needs to be very clear, and I think this really applies also when you think of innovation in education. It is for inclusivity. So think of marginalized people when you're undergoing this rapid digital transformation. What happens to their digital footprint? What happens to their digital identity or self-determination goals? Urgent progress. How do we... Solutions can come from anywhere for sustainability. This is where closer collaboration is really called for. And, vibrant exchanges. Just before the pandemic, we had a strong delegation that came in from Switzerland to BioAsia, in fact, where we have established with Telangana government femtech cooperation. How can you address via technology the areas that have been unaddressed or under-addressed so far? Now on the topic of what we observe are the changes that are happening in higher education. There are 3 predominant trends. One that has been touched on a lot, which is to do with experiential learning. So traditionally itself in Switzerland, 70% of the students are trained via apprenticeship, right? Now at Swissnex, for India-Switzerland collaboration, we have several platforms that we have created. One being Knowledge to Action Academy, which is really open for anybody that wants to advance sustainable development goals. So there is like series of workshops that help you convert your academic knowledge into programs that you can implement, and also small grants are associated with it to put it in action. And then there is, for example, III program, India Innovation Initiative. And I know there are several edtech companies in this room. So this is for Swiss students to come to India and be a part of this vibrant edtech system so they can take away how much of changes are really happening here, right? And if any of you would like to be a part of any of these programs, you can let me know. And also to address innovation, right? We have a program that's called as Academia Industry Training Program, where we have 10 Swiss that are either PhDs or postdocs that hold patents, and they get a chance to derive their applicability across both India and Switzerland If any of the governments are interested to partner, we are happy to also have 10 Indian counterparts do the same for Switzerland, right? So think of it as market discovery for both the locations. Yeah. And the second trend is actually digitalization in higher education. It's been touched upon a lot. You can have a lot of knowledge, but where it is going is simply good learning for self-paced study. And how is it that you can have tools or technology in order to promote self-responsibility, right? So that is one. And the second part is to do with the teaching itself. So there are 20 universities of teacher education, and most of them are really open for also semester exchanges with teachers. So teachers that train there can come here, and anyone from your institutes can also go there. And there is also the Center for Innovation to do really only with teaching, right? It's at one of the universities of applied sciences called as ZAWay, just if somebody wants to look it up. And international collaborations earlier were more about people going from here to there or there to here. But thanks to the pandemic, now there is also rethinking a lot of these international digital exchanges that you can do via hybrid summer schools, blended learning, and how is it that you can have opportunities to be digitally skilled. One example is the summer school for blockchain that is offered by University of Zurich, and they are in talks with IIIT Hyderabad. So there I know that the blockage has really been, can we have credits that are interchangeable across the countries? But this is there. And ultimately, I think, though, I want to leave the thoughts not so much on innovation, but on what are really the timeless values of education, equitable and inclusive, and how can useful, joyful, and creative learning be furthered. That could be an endeavor. And finally, building a resilient future generation. Thank you very much for the opportunity.